Got ourselves team red with Brandon. Gonna be Boomy on team red with a raid also. Boom. We got ourselves Ghoulish Daniel. What's up, Dan? How you doing, my man? He got himself, I don't even know, Destra Warlock Mog, I want to say. It might be Destra Warlock. We got Hello just taking a bath in the Soul Well. And we got Salon here as the Feral, to represent the Feral kind on Team Red. We got Team Blue with Demoniac. Is he going to be going that Assass? His sub? Outlaw maybe? Give Outlaw a go. We got ourselves Dragstore. Your name isn't going to be so hard. I'm calling Track. We got ourselves Killian here. We got ourselves Palm. Palm going to be going up first. He got his big old weapons here as a Fury Warrior and Thresh Shock as the Corrupted Outlaw Rogue. Oh my goodness. Let's see how well that works. He's going to be bashed onto Palm immediately as Brendan going to be the first up versus Palm. Big leap out of the Fury Warrior as he reconnects with the Boomer Druid. That's going to be Incarnation with Brandon with Thorns. Palm might want to reflect this. That's going to be a lot of damage. He's going for Enraged Regeneration immediately. Brandon actually popping into bear form just to tank this up a little bit. Got himself a big heal. Should be going hyper offensive here. Just Palm. I mean, he just went through all his defenses. This is a perfect opportunity to actually take the warrior down. Brendan taking a lot of damage still right now. Trying to land a Cyclone. Does land one onto Palm just to take him off of him for a second. No more Incarn for Brendan anymore. And he's actually going to try to see if he can catch a re-stealth. Almost caught a full clean re. And Palmer's right back on his back as a Boomkin. This is going to be a tough matchup. Still holding on to Renewal. It could pop into bear form. He gets a big renewal, trying to get interrupted on Cyclone, so that's just going to allow him to go into bear form and get the Frenzy Regen rolling. Restored a lot of health. He also, I believe, with Frenzy Regen, unless I'm wrong, it does restore health based on how much damage you've taken recently. So if you take a big hit, pop it to bear form and go for a big restore. Big reflect coming out for Palm onto the Thorns. He actually is reflecting a lot of that damage back to Brendan. Force him to go for renewal outside of bear form maybe. But that's a lot of damage that Brendan was taking for a second. Does get a short bash in the Palm. But the warrior's still swinging. He's still in here. He is dropping down a little bit on health. He's going to go for what looked like a Warlock Hellstone for a second. I don't think he actually has a Warlock Hellstone, but it looked like he kind of like a channel as if he's using Warlock Hellstone for a moment. Maybe that was something else. But Palm is still in there, man. Barcy coming out for Brendan. Not really looking all that good. His cell is dipping lower and lower. He's going to go for a Warlock Hellstone himself. Trying to throw as much damage into Palm. He needs to find a way to separate from the warrior. Trying to let a Cyclone. I think he did get a pummel out of him. Palm could go for a Trinket if you wanted to. Brendan's just going for a couple solo rats back-to-back. Cyclone again. Does he get interrupted? He does not. Palm is going to trick it out of the end. It looks like Brendan's going to be down for the count as the execute comes in for the warrior. Going for a self-heal, but a double Crucible comes out by Haloa. Is going to get hit with a disarm as he goes for a stun. The Ibium, though, isn't something that can be disarmed. It really has to be, well, gouged out. That would be only what a rogue can do. Gouge out his eyes for that one. Killy going to be up next as a Feral Druid, getting a root onto Haloa. As he's looking for to catch a reset, the Demon Hunter is not letting him catch one at all. He's trying to stay on his tail as best as possible. Killy catches himself a little bit of regrowth, cannot catch a reset whatsoever. He does have some sort of a doubt onto Haloa though, so it's doing quite a bit of damage. Hale does get himself a big heal. I think it was maybe the Gul'dan's Healthstone just now. That's going to be a Trinket out of Killy as he gets hit with a stun. Getting caught in the corner for a second, trying to let a regrowth. As he's still on the run away from the Demon Hunter, still just getting punished just for being in the arena. Try to go through as many cooldowns as he can just to keep on running as Halo is just going through everything, even Metamorphosis. Eventually, the Demon Hunter has to run out of tricks. Still not letting Killy catch a restart at all. At least lets a Skull Bash onto the Ibium. And Killy just been taking such a punishment right now. Trying to get some dots finally on Haloa. Maybe with the root finally gets to separate from him. It's so unfortunate watching this guy just trying so hard to get away from the Demon Hunter. But they are the best at chasing and hunting people down, man. There's actually no class better than that. You would think a hunter would be better at it, man. But a Demon Hunter is essentially a hunter. Just like really aggro. It's not the fact that they hunt demons. It's just they're a demon that's hunting you essentially. think from the thing from beyond, but a class. Gonna be trying to go for yet another root into Halo, but that's gonna be yet another stun that gets him down. And Killy going for a wall, and that's gonna be more CC by the Demon Hunter. It's almost like he has a trick to counter every single move by the Feral, but looks like the dots are really setting in by the Kitty Cat. As Halo is really running on fumes right now, dropping down darkness, does not want to walk out of darkness. Is even given an opportunity with that root to stay in darkness for even longer. But he's just not really doing all that good. Landing that I-beam could be a no, not a result out of Killy at all. Just hits a couple more globals to take down the Demon Hunter, though. Does go for a leap. That's going to be stunned from afar. Helloa isn't able to capitalize on a lot of that damage. Short stun by the Feral might be the end to the Demon Hunter, and the Kitty Cat takes it back right now with a 4-minute mark, almost a 5-minute, with dampening rolling in. Rain is going to be up next, getting the Tree Boys up and running. That's going to be Barson and Thorns. A little bit of backpedaling going on. It looks like Killy is going to try to see if he can get the hell out of there as he is getting pelted by Kaz from afar. But I guess the balance here, this is going to be at least a different story. Rain tried to stay on his trail as best as possible. And is going to be able to get a couple dots on him. That's essentially all he could do while the Incarn is up and running. Achilles is just going to run away from the Incarn. He just had to do running from Metamorphosis out of Helloa. And actually get him passed up as he is trying to set up an opener. For Rain, this is perfect. Landing a Cyclone into Killy could actually go for Star Surges. Solar Rats, I mean. In order to get himself some resources. And that's going to be a big Star Surge into Killy. He's going to have to start healing up a little bit. Trying to get some comp points up and running. Big Maim onto Rain does quite a bit of damage. Just trying to get some bleeds rolling. It's going to be War Storm to follow. As Thorns, I think we're trying to come out by one of them. It looked like for a second. Cyclone onto Killy, he really has nowhere to go, and Arain is trying to stay on this trail as best possible. Pop it in bear form, that's going to be a little bit of a reheal. Pop it in Tree Boys, but are they going to be able to catch up to Killy? They are on top of him, they are beating him up. I think it would be cool for PvP if they had like a slow or something. Thorns coming in for Arain, could Barskin this damage as well, might want to. Actually, right now, Maim is down. Barskin comes in a little late, but the bleeds I think are going to get him. Trying to stay afloat with the heals as the regrowth comes in. Does go down, the bleeds from the Feral really do set in finally, and Ghoulish Daniel is up next. We'll see if he's a... I want to say Destro. Every Warlock has Destro, but it'd be so cool if he was, you know... I mean, look at this goober. He got an interesting robe, a little hat. If he was Affliction, then I'd be like, you know what, this man lives life to the beat of his own drum. You know what I mean? But it's most likely going to be Destro. Mortal Coil. Does he go for anything? Hasn't. Immolate comes in. Destro Warlock with a green flame. Reaping Flames to follow too. Reaping Flames, that's an interesting one. Normally people run Vision Perfection. Short stun to Ghoulish Daniel. He's going to drop down Infernal, but looks like that was maybe a random proc Infernal. I don't think it was a real one. Otherwise, it should have got a stun onto Killy. Unless that is a real Infernal. I guess we'll know for sure in just a moment. Is that a real? Because it didn't get a stun. Unless Killy rounded the corner with the Infernal. Maybe that is real. This guy is staying afloat for quite a while. That means Ghoul Daniel. There was Infernal down, but Killy made the corner. And it was like a little pixel distance apart. He technically was in line of sight of the Infernal by a pixel. War Storm coming out, trying to prevent the Chaos Bolt. It's going to be Mortal Coil. Should be a free Chaos Bolt for Gul'dan, but the Infernal is down. It's trying to send a second one at Killy. But Killy is already on the run, man. This Feral has the big runs, dude. It's got them big leaps. Yeeting himself away from all these boys. He's just running, man. Or is gumping it out of there. I mean, that's the Feral playstyle, right? You have to go put some bleeds on someone and just run from cooldowns. Otherwise, you're just gonna get wrecked. Gul'dan, he could set up for his racial to move him out of the way. It looked like he was trying to do it, but his skin just turned blue, so that's what it was. Does land if you're on to Killy. Casbolt coming out, one into an Immolate to follow. But that's really all he's got. Killy is just trying to stay as aggressive as possible. Does he have the big bleeds onto Gul'dan? He is getting procs with Azeroth, so it's going to be yet another Chaos Bolt onto Killy. Popping in bear form for a second. Gul'dan just still has so much raw power. No matter what Killy does, does get an interrupt on a Chaos Bolt, but Killy is just going to scram the hell out of the letting the bleeds kind of do damage. And hoping for them Azeroth procs on top of those bleeds. He is getting some. Is getting some. Wait, Gul'dan, if you have a long dot right now, you actually could be going down here. Killy's getting good procs. Maybe? Super low. I think he's trying to get himself a Warlock Hellstone. Don't know if he has one or not yet. But Gul'dan is super low. Killy, it's his perfect opportunity to finish him off. It's only going to be one more guy left. I think he just got one shred on him. And there he goes. Maybe one rake. Something. It was something. Salon is going to be the last one up on Team Red. Dude, Killy. He's out of breath, I think. Or maybe he's just getting to second win. We never really know as he's going for a big old setup onto Salon. Got it, Reaping Flames up and running. Wall for wall coverage right now happening for both of these Ferals. Thorns off for Salon. Gonna be Killy actually leaping back into Salon. Popping back into Bear for just a second. Trying to deal with his damage as best as he can. Probably has Thorns of his own to deal with this Feral too. And Salon, how is he feeling? They're actually going to be wall for wall. They both literally have same walls. Killy tried to prepare himself for the next Feral. It's actually going to be bashed into a war stomp for some trinket out of Salon, but still got a CC on him wall for wall again. But I think Killy should still have thorns of his own. I could be wrong on that one though. Bash onto Killy for a second. Trying to land a Cyclone. Does stop it actually. Could be a Skull Bash. Actually lets himself get Cyclone out to put in all the bleeds onto Salon. Force him to go for regrowth as we are at the 9-minute mark. Almost the 10-minute mark. 28% dampening. Catches a restealth onto Salon. Big bite to follow. Wow, Killy's actually just playing it as aggressively as he can. Not really worried about the Cyclones. Oh, Salon is going to be down. He actually came out of form at the end just to smack him down with a hammer of Ragnaros. He just gave him a little boop on the noggin. Yo, Killy did such a good job there. Oh my god, the 4-0 Feral. You just tried to run for majority of that. And I was just, that's tough. That's actually tough. Ren, do you have a group? We're gonna group ready to go. Perfect. Let's get Ren versus see if I can kill him. Either one or the other. We got Sav in here. Sav got a 5. Okay, we'll get a new group.